Day. I would love to bring in right now Amber Smith, who's a former senior Pentagon official and Army combat veteran helicopter pilot. She's joining us, I believe, right now on Florida's Voice. It's Drew Steele. How are you today?
I am good. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's great to see you. And first of all, I have to tell you, you know, as I hear that message from the president, and I heard him today at Arlington, and I'd like to get your thoughts on this as well, the vice president, and how I can't even imagine where we would be right now, and even moving into the 250th of this country without this president in office. I just it it's something where, and I've said this before, that when the president speaks about our veterans and our military, the vice president and the like, you feel like it's from the heart. It's not something that they're reading off a piece of paper. This is something that they truly feel, you know?
Absolutely. You can tell that they're very authentic with uh, their patriotism and their care for veterans and their love of country and celebrating them not only on Veterans Day, but they're a very pro-military, pro-veteran administration. And I think veterans can feel that and see that. And especially the contrast between the previous administration and President Trump and Vice President Vance, it's like a night and day difference. And I think veterans truly appreciate how President Trump continues to honor them.
Yeah, and today from Arlington, which, by the way, for those that are listening, if you've never been to Arlington, it is moving beyond belief when you are there and you see how big a property it is as well, and all of those who made the ultimate sacrifice. But maybe talk a little bit about what he was saying today and the message. And I really believe, like, the those in the military right now and the families of veterans really do feel the tremendous support, not just from the president, but I think from the country as well, as things are starting to kind of turn, you know?
100%. And I always say the greatest thing for my generation of veterans, sort of the post 9/11 veterans of both Iraq and Afghanistan, we got to experience an America society, a culture. When we came home, we were supported, we were thanked, we were, um, when the VA had some shortfalls and didn't like had those gaps in sort of care, there's, over 40,000 veteran service organizations or nonprofits that give some sort of service to veterans. So there's a lot of help out there in the private sector for veterans. And our nation today is very pro veteran, which is absolutely, as a veteran myself, it's incredible to see that sort of because it seems to like politics aside, it seems that most people are pro-veteran,
Yeah.
which is fantastic because like the Vietnam era veterans, they didn't
Oh,
get that.
yeah.
They came home and got really the exact
Yeah.
opposite of what we got in terms of people blaming them for political decisions with the war.
Yeah.
And so that is not something that we've experienced. We have received great support from this president, both in his first term and the second term. And so, I'm incredibly grateful for the American people that continue to understand why it's important to support veterans.
Absolutely. May I ask about your service?
Absolutely. I'm a former OH-58 Delta Kiowa Warrior helicopter pilot. I served in both Iraq and Afghanistan in the 101st Airborne Division,
Oh,
Screaming Eagles. And I served for over 7.5 years, did a tour to both Iraq and Afghanistan, did a year in both places. And for those of you who aren't familiar with a Kiowa helicopter, it has since been retired by the Army, but it was a light attack reconnaissance helicopter. We carried 50 cal machine guns, uh, uh, high explosive rockets. We could carry Hellfire missiles as well. And why our mission was unique was because we flew direct support for ground forces. So the infantry, Marines, special forces, logistical convoys, anybody on the ground that needed close air support, or if they were in a troops in contact and they needed aerial firepower to come in very quickly. That was a very big part of our job, and I just loved it. I'm so grateful to have been given the opportunity to fly and serve and support those on the ground.
Yeah, this sounds incredible. I'm looking at the time. Boy, I have so many questions I could ask. We're up against the hard break and we've got to go. But I would love to have you back and talk more about veterans, because I have to tell you, and you mentioned a couple of things that are so important to me that, I have this special place in my heart for Vietnam veterans because of the way they were treated. And I just
Yeah.
feel the respect that they were not given, and what we can do. And certainly on some of the honor flights that I've been on, where I've had people that served who just so humble, didn't want to speak of anything except I did what we needed to do, and also always were looking at those that made the ultimate sacrifice and thinking that theirs was just not big enough, or it was just a small part, when every part was a huge part of what they did. So important to remember.
Absolutely.
But great to speak with you. All the best. God bless. And I hope to see you again soon.
You as
Okay.
well. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you. That is